All right. Nico in a
buttons work. No, they don't, do they? I was having a go.
They just didn't line up. I left them alone.
Okay. We're into the action. The lights will be off in a second, so we'll be able to see what's going on. And we can get into this action. Nico, very prominent presence usually on their yard position, and Cadian's tucked in to hold for the info. Just Simple jumping across for now, and he's anticipating the Boomich drop. He was right to do so. Simple, a real demon on the P250. And Na'Vi have got clear intentions here. 4 of them in yard.
Ooh, intentions or not, sometimes the outcome differs, and so far it does. Cadian making some decent work of them, but it's Stown who could be the bigger threat playing from the old locker room. Simple having to peel away slightly as the P250 still stand. This man with the P250 strikes fear into many hearts.
I'm loving the T-sided meta with a bit of a shift. Multiple P250s being purchased and dropped across in a lot of teams these days. But as we stall on out, Flamey trying to draw some attention over towards the lobby. And there you go. Dink dead. Borup hits the deck, and now we find ourselves in a 2v3.
Yeah, and Stown's tucking into the hut. He hears the access, and Simple's having an absolute
Get him out of here.
Sends them packing. Tessus, he's got his suitcase half packed. He's got his stick, his spotty... Ooh. What do you call that? A tarpaulin? You know, like in the old... You know, like in Wallace and Gromit, when the penguin's packing up his house, and he gets the cliche, the stick, and it's like a bit of fabric. They tie it on the end of the stick. What would you have called that piece of fabric? A tarpaulin?
Like with the little lunch...
You know the chicken?
I know what you're talking about. I do know what you're talking about.
Oh, God, it is.
The stick in the sack.
Rush, what would you call it? You're normally pretty creative.
What is this, tarpaulin? What are you talking about?
Well, no, we're trying to define the term.
So you know when like the old, when you're packing your bag, and you got like a stick and you put all your belongings in the little...
Oh, it's like a hobo backpack.
A backpack,
We're cutting Rush off right now.
Yeah, anyway, that's the end of Rush Lee. He's actually lost his microphone privileges. But we do have Borup. Now, many of people would like me to call him Borup.
It's called a bindle.
A bindle, that's what I needed to hear. Thank you. Words are hard. Boomich just walked straight past it.
Molly missed as well towards... I was wrong.
What's going on here? This is such a messy, messy round. And I saw rifles for the Ts and SMGs-ish falling over, but it's the scout to almost close the account as Electronic left in a 1v4, and these don't even look that phased. You got Stown low, sure, right. So he's a little weaker than the others, but the rest, perfectly fine.
Yeah,
perfectly.
If Electronic wins this round, is able to pull out a 1v4 here, it's going to have saved Na'Vi a lot of heartache, because going into the next, they're only going to get a $1,400 loss bonus after winning pistol. So back against the wall, Electronic needs to dig them out the best he can. Bomb down towards that hut position, and guess who's pushing forward? Stown and Nico, both with SMGs. Could pick up that AK-47 at any moment, and they will do. So the most potent weaponry in the server right now in the hands of Nico. "25 seconds now. Electronic, what's the plan, my friend?"
The plan is get a couple of kills when they start getting a bit nervous. He thought CT Vent was the issue, but it's down to find it in the end. Double kill, make it triple now. Grabs himself a free Galil upgrade, an AK-47 for Cadian as well. So that's gone fantastically. And of course, in stark contrast for the Na'Vi camp, the worst case scenario for them. We'll see how that really happened. Just weren't expecting Stown, and a quick switch to the MAC-10 gives him this double. Final formality. That's a huge win. Of course, not forgetting this is T-side. If you win the pistol and you convert, that's like half of the rounds you need for the half done already.
So gold, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not the case now for Na'Vi. They have opted for the Tech 9 Force Buy. I hope there's
Four of them.
Hope there's some coordination behind this, and the smokes do indicate as such.
Well, it's a ruse. There's only one player outside, and that'll be Electronic with Boomich on top of the main position. Tassus has taken some damage over towards ramp early. We have been seeing the Augs come out quite a lot from Heroic. Nico and Tassus are the two we normally see wielding them. Cadian when he can't afford the AWP. Boom should be dropping the main smoke. Keep them interested towards the yard position. Nico's actually tucked in towards top, so quite a few members waiting here in Borup, and Nico, they're pushing forward again.
Well, Curiosity could certainly kill here. That's 8 bullets remaining. Electronic only needed a couple. And Nico tries
lobby.
Oh, I don't like this aggressive play. The Tech9s love it. This is their absolute environment. But Tessus and Cadian are in, I guess, a spot to do something.
Yeah, Electronic's gonna tuck in. He spots one. Cadian pushing and loses his head. Back and forth, the Force Buy Wars. I can't believe Na'Vi have made this one look so comfortable. Electronic takes it to a conversion. Down all the way with that AK. He's just gonna try and keep hold of his weapon at this point, and they are starting to push him. Audibly hunting him down. Electronic up, hoping to bait him in. It's a nice wide swing from Perfecto. He'll take the AK back, and wow, I would never have seen coming into that Tech9 armor round 4 players alive with recovered weapons for Na'Vi. That was not the outcome I expected.
And they gave them the hold, right? This is the opening kill. It was 5v5 until that moment. So obviously losing that yard control applied way too much pressure, having to move forward to try and take space. They were respecting the smoke walls that they had seen, and wow, Electronic punishes right there, and the forces continue. Heroic this time round, Scout for Katie and Deagles for everybody else. They made it work before. Maybe Na'Vi will think better of going in towards that top site, playing around the smokes, and getting destroyed by Stown. And here it seems to be the case. So they've trickled out 3 smokes toward the yard. Is there a gap outside, Rush? The radar showing that there could be. Yes, there is. A very big gap right there. Could be punished, but the AUG, good weapon for the job, will be tagged up. Both players, Cadian and Electronic, taking a truckload of damage.
Orb's calling lobby clear at this point. Flamey's above them. That's the locker's smoke. That's a molly for heaven. Orb wants to hunt him down. Oh, Flamey's got a good idea that this is happening, though. There's a lot of interesting duels happening at the same time. Rush is going to try and find the one which will actually pay dividends. It's not easy to do. He could use the door to slowly drop, or the big break sound cue for Borup to work with. This is intense stuff, but the Deagle does find blood. Perfecto on the flank.
Got 48 seconds to do something with this. They could do with this to go well for them.
I can see a world where we just have the Force Buy Wars,
I
man.
get nervous about it.
Oh, Lord. Look at Tessus' spot. I mean, he's going to come round on the railing, I would assume. Yep.
2 bullets to the belly, that's all he needs.
You're right.
See how many he gets? None. Perfecto, quicker on the trigger. Tessus goes down, but look how many players waiting. He drops down, peeks his head over the top. Probably gonna die. Flash is coming as well. We're running low on time. They're all coming from this way. Cadian's found one. Perfecto.
Bomb.
Quick work. 10 seconds. Where is the bomb?
Can't even win it.
Just live.
Kill him now. Just live. Yeah, exactly. The round is over.
Oh, Christ.
As long as it doesn't go down after time, Stown can push in and take this away. This is going to hurt the cash. Stown as well with the real punish. 2-2. Back and forth we go.
Well, this is quite the game, folks. Already, we're seeing Force Buys constantly trading blows. It gets weird now. Perfecto's got 5K. This is how Borup found Flamey. That sound cue, giving him the extra preparation. Perfecto gave it his best shot in his defense, but Borup just wide swinging out without Mac 10, and Stown having the initiative to clear that CT vent, grabs himself a free AK, excuse me, the AUG.
It's almost been a hero in every round so far, right? If we want to recap, Simple on the pistol, then in the second it was Stown, then in the third it was Electronic, and now it was Borup. So if everybody wants to keep having magical moments and shutting things down, I'm happy to go back and forth all the way. But it seems like Na'Vi haven't signed themselves up for, well, what comes fifth? What would the fifth be? Not a trilogy.
The pentuplet?
Pentuplet? Do we have any movies that have gone 5?
Quintuplet. Quintuple.
I don't know. Whatever. They're not going to force buy again. They're just going to light upgrade into some pistols here. So they will be able to purchase in round number 6. Glock for Boomich with a flash. Electronic has a smoke. Deagles for Flamey and Simple, and a P250 for Perfecto here. They can just wait out the early CT-sided utility. Their buy is not fantastic either, so any damage they can do will hinder them going into round number 6. 2 AUGs, MP9, UMP, Alligator in hands of Borup over towards that top site.
Pentology?
I don't know. It's just was a lot of force buys, and now there's none.
My brain just kind of really got stuck on that. Flamey's found down, so I'm mostly looking to see how much damage the T's do, if any, as these rounds have been weirdly sorted.
Oh, good dink.
But no kill. But again, more blood being spilled. Simple being found. Leaves Flamey and Electronic, the last 2 here. And the options become very, very small. Cadian has to be safe, of course, otherwise this could open up opportunities to punish rotations and get around and get in awkward positions. No subtlety to it, though. And no chance to it either. Nicely picked up in the end for him. 3 kills there. Keeps the control. And Heroic do break the trend.
Yeah, Cadian could, if he would like, buy into that AWP to give them a potent buy going up against Na'Vi's. Currently still holding on to that MP9. We know that they've made some very big gambly style calls. Reflect just to one of their Inferno games the other day. They were stacking 5 players over towards the B site, laying utility down, top banana. They had a 5-man A lean mid-round with Cadian knowing he could cheat on over, and he will do exactly that. Upgrading. Burrow has the MP9. Testas are stuck with that UMP. And whoa, damage exchange. Cadian takes a little lick, and Flamey gulps up a huge chunk. So he's down to 17 to kick things off. They have plenty of nades to work with, so they can still string the CTs out. If they want to go for a smoke wall, there's not a huge amount of aggression towards Yard. It is just Nico currently overseeing with the AUG, playing some very tight lines, and then Cadian towards the Hell position, also watching a very slither gap for the cross towards Secret. So Na'Vi are taking their time here. Heroic seeing if they can bounce back on the map pick of Na'Vi. Here comes the smoke wall. L block coming out. Third smoke a little bit late, but she'll get there on time. Cadian might be flashing Nico forward off this.
Wants to go through it. And he does catch a perfectly flashed Perfecto, but he doesn't convert. That's a bit of a mare. Early frag found. 2 members of Na'Vi very low, but they are descending with that bomb. Haven't seen a lower side a hit, really. First time we're going to get some action here on B. Testis and Cadian rotating in. UMP, certainly not the weapon for the job. He hasn't got time to elevate, so he will just opt for this lower side. Boomich playing with the doors, plays with Testis, and it's the end of him. Down claws 1 back for Heroic. It is that AWP that sees no action whatsoever. Electronic makes short work of him. Perfecto with no HP. This is an ambitious fight to try and take with an armored AK. He wants that weapon. He nades itself to it. And now it would be lovely if he was to get the frag with the naded Galil. And he does. But that should be about it. Simple. And 3-3.
Nico's yet to frag. He had an absolute banger of a game in that first half over there on Overpass, so being kept quiet here is something we need to keep our eyes on. Simple was head and shoulders above the rest with a massive performance, and Nico was, I guess, toe-to-toe with him for the majority of the game. Even though the scoreline was such a blowout, it was still a huge fragging performance. So let's see if he's able to gear on up. Will be down, giving the AWP back over to Cadian. Here's a Deagle, one for Testas as well. There's the full purchase. Triple smoke wall. We need a new name for this one. Coming on through.
Diagonal?
Yeah, the diagonal smoke wall, that works.
I like it. I'd like to see
Simple.
what they do with these buys, if I'm honest. Cadian gonna have to be an integral cog in this. Keep in mind he's gonna have to fall away. Territory now garnered. Simple's got him off over towards Secret. He has got the bomb in hand, so gotta be a little bit cautious.
Yeah, setting Secret up and setting Simple up on Secret is a fantastic first step, and completely denying this. You can see that Cadian has been forced to fully set himself up in that lower site. He's actually heading back to ramp now.
So no one's going to be lower.
That Electronic would have a bit more room to maneuver now. Boomich, look how much space he's got. Perfecto and him could work on ramp from either side. Cadian reveals the AWP is there, and that's the flank. It could be both. It's only one. Boomich, he's caught ramp. He's locked it down. Hell is now absolutely real for Cadian. And into the lower site. Simple's already going to be planning that bomb. This is a nice T-side approach from Na'Vi, and it's translating into a round win. They might have to save, considering the finances of the CTs, and considering what little equipment they have to bring into this. There's no kits. It's not like it's a retake territory. If anything, they just want to get down equipped.
See if they can get this AWP off of the ramp, but I think with Flamey pushed so far forward up at Megaton, ready to duel, it might be difficult for Stown to get close. Perfecto's gun is one that maybe could be on the docket. Well, Flamey says no, takes another rifle out of the equation, and bye.
Look like a dink. Unlucky. Simple. Still AWPing. And now they do lose 2 more weapons. Damn, Borup's going to be happy with that one.
Might be able to get the AWP here if he's quick.
And he keeps him honest.
Yeah,
so that's not ideal for Na'Vi, far from it, but picking up the round win is certainly the primary objective, and you'll see how the way in which they managed to manufacture this. It was boomage flank. Cadian caught out. Borup does well to do some damage, but round 8, map 2, game 2.
Hey, those are the boys I was telling you about.
Hey.
There's more of them now. There's 5.
Yeah, having a whale of a time. Love people making time for the competitive Counter-Strike. We have only got USPs in that preserved AWP, so let's see if Cadian can turn anything around. Nading off the door early does mean that he'll be able to hold this line for the rest of the half, and ooh. I should say round, not half. Jiggling in.
Here comes Cadian.
Cadian wants to go. Oh, that's a hard shot to hit when Flamey immediately tags him. Now it's time to play Juggle the AWP. Everyone gets to go. Nico passes the first test. Harvey, these are the rounds they cannot afford to let slip away. Don't want to get it too costly, just have to group up. There's a level of disrespect that's relevant and a level that's a little foolish.
Nico's down the vent already. He might be in position over towards Decon.
It's pretty nice.
This feels good. Smoke makes it difficult. Throws out one of his own to play around.
It's like scissors, paper, rock right there. Still need to get control of this. Window is a problem. Borup is there with the Deagle.
Love this little adventure we've had with the util. I love that from Simple. Just a little bit better. Bomb goes down, and suddenly all those threats a little less threatening. Sounds good.
Just like he got caught with his hand in the Haribo there.
Yeah. Cookie Jar almost just snapping down on him, but no. But lets him get away with a little treat for himself.
Oh, that was funny.
Find him, I'm not sure, but yeah, that did make me a little nervous.
Yeah, it did just look like he was trying to steal something and he just got called the hell out. Young man.
What are you doing?
What do you think you're doing? He's got himself the AWP and he's heading off to the safest of save spots, that is that CT spawn.
It might not feel that important that he saves this, considering how these rounds have flowed on through, but take a look at Cadian's money right now. He has 1,100 in the bank balance with a $2,400 loss bonus coming on through. So for him to get given this AWP, he can drop a rifle, take the AWP and just go glass cannon, and it might be able to bolster one of his other riflers, someone who's going to be a bit more mobile, might need the Molotov, might need the smoke to play around, or Stown, who we've seen as a decent secondary AWPer, might be able to pick it up. Now note this position of Tessus here. This is on the CT side, but he has an affinity with that position when we get into post plants and we flick on over to the T side. So if Na'Vi have been watching the demos, they'll be well aware of where Tessus likes to play. Cadian didn't drop a rifle, bought some extra goodies in for himself, even gave himself $1,000 left in the bank balance, so good for him. Needs more AWPs in the future, potentially. Electronic quickly towards Yard. Cadian, well, maybe he'll get a kill onto Flamey up at ramp here.
He checked his corner last time. Let's see if he's procedural again. He wasn't quite. Goes 1 for 1. Nico caught Electronic outside as well, though. Nico in mini. Perfecto. Good chance to try and sell this one. Just as the smoke blooms on mini, they do continue their push. Boomage wrapping around now. Perfecto containing. Loud. 4 versus 3. Down in the lower side already. Tessus prepares himself for the potential of the conceded hell.
Well, they're boosting up onto the rafter as well. This could be a massive point of timing for Nico, depending if he wants to go towards heaven or not. Can just play this off angle. Oh, wild spam.
Sketchy. He gets it. And as Tessa's tested, now the bomb can go lower. Stown's been there the whole time, I will remind you. What's they got? A molly, 2 mollies. Surely they don't just go for the full hold. That's just easy Stown frag any day of the week. Yeah, the bomb's loose. Simple has to clutch up. 35 seconds as he swings open the door and Stown's already waiting for him. A big frag from the lower rotator. And that pulls the 4th home. But 5 posted for Na'Vi. Considering they lost the 2nd round off their pistol win, they've done very well to break back. 3 in consecutive order. This was the Tessus trade that continued them on the path to success. It was Stown who just waited around just long enough. Didn't anticipate the rotate down, so.
Did feel a bit rushed, didn't it, on towards that lower site, but obviously unawares or maybe some misinformation on where they thought both of the remaining CTs were. round 10 underway with the standard utility towards the squeaky door, nade to blow her open, smoke to obscure vision. Nico's been taken out of the equation here early with some good smokes as Na'Vi want to continue patrolling and controlling the yard. Over the smoke, Cadian may have been able to find one, but Stound's actually done it through the smoke. So things starting to heat up here on Nuke. Heroic can wrestle this one back. They can still find themselves with a 10-5 first half.
Certainly. Electronic's going to be pretty furious about the full smoke shots 2 rounds in a row. First Nico, now Stound. Speaking of Nico, quiet from him. Oh, wow. Perfecto, his full 360 nearly translating into a frag. Nico working with just 7 HP.
It was a good turn right there as well. That was very quick stuff.
Evaded it and returned his aim necessary very quickly. 4 on, make it 5 on 2. Boomich the first to draw blood for Na'Vi. They know Nico's tucked in. That's not the weapon for the job, Borup, and he's given him a way in. Nico trapped towards the garage.
Simple wants him.
Yeah, Cadian can't really support him because he has to worry about Mini. And now he's gone down. It's a 2-on-2. They've got so much time. 30 seconds. Tessus in the vents. Boomich anticipates it. Smoke to cover him off. And Cadian needs 1 hit. Oh, and the jumping from Boomich has done enough. But it is through the smoke that Tessus thrives. 5-5. Managed to keep it honest, but down to the squalor. That is 2.8 on the high end. 1.9 for Electronic. And we'll see how that frag from Boomich looked. This is their way back in.
Really not the gun, was it? Oh.
So Tessus and Stound took down the 2 best players on Na'Vi through smokes just there. So that's a very frustrating way to be losing Simple and Electronic within a round, but a good round for Heroic to be picking up as they've tied things up 5-5, have forced Na'Vi back down to just the pistols. And guess what? Simple has a Deagle. Guess who dropped him it? Boomich. This is feeling very Zeus-esque. From back in the day, if you forget, Na'Vi did everything they possibly could to give Electronic and Simple guns because they were the biggest 2 weapons, and it feels like nothing's really changed, even though the roster has drastically. Oh, Simple working with a very, very tiny gap there. Won't be granted the chance to get a kill, but hold up a second. Boomich just glocked Cadian across the yard?
I think he just out-orked Cadian with a Glock.
Okay.
Sometimes you like to see a bit of context to things, wouldn't you? How the hell that went down, but maybe it's as simple as it sounds. However, Still going to keep things relatively on track. Maybe a weird feeling beginning here. Perfecto, shut down by Nico. There we go. All safe, but yeah, very makes you wonder outside there what happened with old Cadian. One thing I'm wondering though is this is a very close game, 6-5.
Oh yeah. Well, that's how we like them. We don't want them to be running away too quickly. We want to get into that second half with a close affair, so the clutches have to start getting forced. Less save rounds come into play. And Na'Vi, well, 5 rounds is good, but they would be looking for 6 to be safe. Get back underway here, over towards top roof. Electronic putting out some utility. Perfecto having to deal with Tasses at ramp early, but Nico, okay. Oh! I'd be mad.
Yeah.
I'd be real mad.
Really unhappy with that one.
Poor old Nico, that is a nightmare incarnate. And now the 4 remainders, probably a little baffled themselves what happened there, but don't watch it back. It's not going to help.
Yeah, forget about that one.
Yeah, try and move on. And let's see what Borup can do. He fancies a go at it. That's gone much better.
Seeing the arm first, there are Flamey, that's a big pickup. And the nade damage that happened over towards ramp put Boomich, Perfecto, and Simple all low. Boomich wants to put the vent rotation in question, and that smoke will do exactly that. And Stound, well, like a moth to a flame, gets up close and personal, even pushes through it. No fear on this kid. The Molotov has now told Boomich, you don't have control, we do. And decision time for Na'Vi.
This is scary stuff. Okay, so if they walk lower, Tassis has got the perfect weapon and position. Stound's been caught. Not down yet, but does well to maneuver into the headshot. Boomich goes down the vents, though. Tessus does find himself the first 2. Really is just textbook Counter-Strike here. Perfecto eventually knocks him off his roost. Doors are closed, vents are dropped. Perfecto wants to plant, but it's the timing of that door opening really has worked out wonderfully, and he closes it. Oh, they're just toying with him now. Poor old Boomich stares at the flash. fake required, or is he just going to hold Acadian to sweep in? And so, 7-5, you said 10-5 possible, Chad, and now with, what, 4 in a row from the CTs, it certainly starts to becoming a reality. Now looking at 2.9 for the T side. This is the frag he wants to forget. Aims for the head, the box just a little too bulletproof from Electronics POV.
Oh, the first like 4 bullets didn't even touch him.
No, couldn't wall bang the corner there. Unpredictable textures of Counter-Strike. In some games I used to play, it was like really obvious, like anything made of wood, you could wall bang.
There's also,
you didn't.
Like within the early stages of this game, when I was trying to learn it as CSGO first was coming out, there was like different angles on which the walls were more spammable or not as well.
Like look at double doors. Like anything from a slight angle gets really skewed.
Okay, well, Burrow up tag down to 55. This one here probably shouldn't have too much interest in it. Simple does have the deagle. I don't want to get overly excited. It's not as easy for him to take territory and isolate Jules like he did do on Overpass. I think Na'Vi, for me, on a map like Nuke, sure, they have a very strong CT side with that duo of Simple and Electronic out towards Yard, but it's normally their gritty style on their T side, which forces the CTs into economical turmoil, and that doesn't appear to be happening right now towards the tail end of this half. We're on to round 13. They'll only have 2 rounds to work with. Unless they make this one costly, money shouldn't be too much of a drama. Oh, isn't it nice?
Very nice. And none of those threats we were considering have really come to it. I think that's nice from Flamey. That's very nice from Flamey. But that bomb... Excuse me? Is Flamey just putting some style points
Staunching on him right now.
Yeah, I like this. Come on, Flamey. Have a crack at it. Why not? 40 seconds. You now got the bomb. Oh, I was kind of enjoying the deagle, if I'm honest. Now the clock begins to feel like it's trickling away, but he has a second or two to play with. He's got some choices to make. Can he get a bomb plant out of this? What can he do to try and encourage the situation? But he has got himself the M4, of course, picked up and put into play. Opting for the deagle here. No one giving anything. Control room to the left would be the first target. He gets that cleanly, then it's game on. Probably not going to happen, though, and it doesn't. It's down. Stops it before it starts. Safe round in the end, even with the loss of 2.
You're having to try and manufacture something there out of nothing. Now, Simple did have that fantastic first map, and we don't expect him to drop 25 every game, even though he does. Right now, nobody on the Na'Vi side of things in the double digits. If he comes alive with one of those Simple rounds, Na'Vi might find themselves being able to barrel up to 7 rounds. Let's have a bit of a gander here at the buy. What have they opted for? The big green, it's out for the big man. Towards Yard, Cadian aggressive, moving across the secret early. He's being caught on out. Boomich from up and over the top. We'll take him out of the equation.
And Electronic could have been found back, but he's... Oh, I always feel like Electronic's quite lucky to be alive here. There's 2 opportunities to maybe catch him out, but that smoke, I guess, kind of, even while slightly out of spot, did work.
Oh, Perfecto.
No, Perfecto turns around. Eco's there. Right, it's down. Next target. He's got to know it, too, after that fight against Electronics. Down's now feeling the pressure. He's realized things aren't looking so hunky-dory.
Not at all. Far from it. Simple's working on main as well now. Steps don't bait him in. Simple eventually finds his mark. It's down found. It's down, down.
I said that in my head. I was like, we haven't done that yet.
Or up and Testus. Doing nothing with this one. So it should be the 6th.
I guess they do have to save, you're right. Lost bonus only 1,400. Borup can drop 1 next round. He can drop 1.5 guns, really. Tessus will be able to drop a FAMAS over. So they can make this buy serviceable. Going into the last round of play, Heroic have the chance to post 9. Na'Vi have sealed up 6 with this big round and kept it clean. Meaning unless they get a little bit too audacious with their hunt, you should be able to have the 5 rifles in play on the following. You're going to get 3,500 for the bomb detonation round win. Oh, the hunt is on. Great Molotov there. It's going to burn Borup forward. He doesn't need to swing out too far. Well, he's being dinked from ramp, so they're doing great on this hunt. If they take these away, this is fantastic work. Great stuff from Na'Vi there. And just take a look at what that's done to the bank balance. The only one able to buy in, really, is Borup. Cadian can get an M4 and armor, but everybody else is down to pittances, potentially deagles, SMGs, shotguns. Menagerie of a buy. What is going on here? What is it? Is he a ghost? Ghost Fecto? was that about?
Oh, he used his ultimate, I think.
Ah, I didn't okay, so he has got enough kills.
Got enough kills, so he popped his
built
ulti.
up his ulti.
Yeah.
And then he popped it so that he could go
Okay, all right.
really invisible.
All right, well, can we see what the other team's buy looks like, or we have a bit harder game over here?
This is a little bit more mysterious, I'm afraid. You have to work it out for yourself.
You got to keep track of things.
Oh, it's wild. The one thing, though, it does have is it has visual elements of what's wallbangable and not. There's a little feature for you. I know you like that one, Chad. Didn't bring it up, but then you went and flamed my game. So flamey. Ooh, out in the corner. Down the vents we go. Oh, this is awkward moments. The CTs are just walking into them backwards.
The shotgun is so scary.
Doom, doom.
Well, Electronic has stayed alive. Perfecto's taken down Stown. Now it's just Burr up and Cadian. This could be the 7th on the board for Na'Vi.
Could. Cadian's got the bomb, though. Perfecto could get caught here by Borrow's swing. Dink exchanged. Electronic finishes him off. So now it gets awkward. Now it gets difficult. Cadian, I've seen you pull these kind of rounds out of your hat. Let's see if
What type of hat's he wearing, Alex?
Oh, it's a snapback. It's backwards. It's really cool. 8-7. We're going to go discuss our favorite hats and maybe exchange some pictures too. 8-7. We'll be right back.
Your destiny, slay your enemy, raise a legacy. No more apologies, trust your abilities, gather the energy. Pull yourself back together, been staying off track forever. Child of the nation, go seek redemption, time for salvation. Today is meant to be day of victory, time for history. Reverse a tendency, fight the entropy, channel your rivalry. You're praying for fortune to come, you're hearing the sound of the drums. It's too late to backtrack, go back, you're back now. Keep your feet on the ground and stand up. You've got what it takes to fight back, don't stop.
Sieben on the half. That's some numbers for Chad to process. And Lauren, of course, processing the counter on our screens. As are you at home? We're ready for ESL Pro League's third map of our second game, etc., etc. Machine, Sponge, and of course, Pansy. Jang are now
Janging out.
Janging out,
Best friends with
boys.
hanging out.
Just changing out.
But we're slanging out.
We're losing our minds. There's been a lot of pauses, a lot of weird scenarios in this. But we are into the second half.
Now, I'll tell you what.
Oh.
That's something Simple could slap with. He's waiting for the God Flash.
Oh, I don't see the sticker on it.
You're right.
Ah, wrong one.
Orob's got a very stylish Glock fade, though, with the Skull King.
Very nice.
Here we
There's the
go.
flash. Here we go. Simple.
Sweet Jesus, it's gone.
Okay.
That's a lot of money squandered there. That's a full Kevlar vest and a CZ75. $1,200 gone in a bullet. And good damage inflicted
Great
by
damage.
Boomage. Really nice. But there's only 3 of them left. They still haven't planted. Orob has the bomb. Nico trying to challenge as well. Flamey dealing
all
with this
leaving?
duel.
Where are they going?
Ecto's caught Nico. If they find Flamey, they want to pivot. He knows that. And he has been found out. They are just running around now as a partner or a pair. Oh, good shot from Boomage again. He's definitely not willing to bow down to this one.
Okay, where are these little fakey boys going to go now? Little fakey boys, always somewhere else.
I liked the song before.
Oh, I don't like the... Yeah, okay, cool.
How up the ladder, the Glock's not too bad, nor with the CZ75. Boomage making a sound cue. They
Get
know
that bait.
somebody's home. Oh, dear. Is Katie going to go up and
He
around?
bait the drop with that step.
He may have.
This could be so nice. If he
may
checks back
have.
in.
Hi.
Oh, he's seen both of them. That's a lovely bit of info.
Smart gamer. Bomb's going down, though. He's got to try and find Tessus. Does confirm he's still in the heaven position. Boomage is using every tool in his arsenal. He actually fakes the drop off again. Tessus is going to ignore it.
He dropped as well. Look at this.
Jesus. Oh, well. It is on to Tessus to clutch now. He's got 3 frags already in this
kit.
pistol. No kit on Perfecto, so Tessus is going to jump for the info. Does get him off the bomb. Confirms it with his jump peaks. These guys are all just playing Counter-Strike at such a level. And it will be a magnificent pistol round from Tessus, all things considered. 4 kills. He overcomes it all. And what a round that was. Just seeing the way in which people have, when presented the puzzle of no utility, of no weaponry, no sprays, you can see all of the extra elements that people have found to get that competitive edge. Really nice round from Boomage, all things as well. But that was the perfect play from Tessus. Jumping, bouncing his head off to confirm and to make the sound necessary to confirm it's a fake. We are into the force by, so keep your eyes on Simple, keep your eyes on Electronic. Outside smokes, Nico's charged already to the red container. They plan to get a vent drop. That's what that smoke indicates.
Ooh, that's going to be heard. So they know that there's one player towards main here. Electronic flashing forward and Flamey to be tested towards ramp. How big can Flame Dogger go?
Not 4 kills big, but...
Going to have to be nuclear right now.
Yeah, does he have any support nearby? I don't think so. Falls away. Yeah, Simple.
Oh,
Excuse me? Okay, he's dead now, but a little dangerous. Flamey's fallen. All right. B's open, no worries.
Force Spy's dealt with, and Perfecto and Electronic should really just hang around, see if they can find any of these AK-47s or hold on to what they've upgraded into. This one here is done. 10 rounds on the board now for Heroic, and as we spoke about, it's another good map for Heroic. There was no reason they couldn't take this one back off of Na'Vi. The map pool actually very good for both teams. It was more the stylistic matchup that we were interested about within that pre-game.
Who's third map? Train?
Train will be the 3rd and final map of this series, which could also be an absolutely fantastic affair. We've seen Simple and Electronic in the last season of Pro League. It could have even been the road to Rio, doing some dirty 2v5s and talking us through it. We've seen some great little maneuvers from Heroic on this map, deciding on which type of jewels they want to isolate and work on. And this one has delivered today, obviously with the big performance of Simple over there on Overpass, and now it's been more of the back and forth tussle. Thinking better than pushing forward. Heroic will hold on to what they have. Both teams calling a bit of a stalemate here, and that was the kill to open the round up. Nico onto Boomich, just rotating away as we have a bit of dabbing going on. And the crew back in their little cinema room.
Oh, they're trying to high-five.
High-fiving one another.
Yeah, like virtually.
Cross hammer.
Oh, it's kind of
okay.
cute.
Respect. Of course, we want to get involved in the fan cams. That's the thing. Heading into round 18. Let's see then. Energy drained out of the room from this incredibly slow approach at times. Boomage trying to get himself down those vents fast and furious. Shouldn't be anything to write home about, but it will be Heroic taking their time, and understandably so. There's so many positions unaccounted for. Outside, Nico's confirmed it's clear. Boomich up secret with his Desert Eagle. We'll be hoping for a free frag. Here come the outside smokes, so Boomich will be able to confirm or deny whether or not there is any information to be gained there. He's been Molotov'd out and chooses to get ahead of it, but it cost him his life.
It was good timing there by Nico on that. He threw the Molotov, he forced that error from Boomich and it was able to capitalize on the kill. And now they do have to worry about if the lower site is under jeopardy. Teslas with a flash over, Smoke's giving them the ability to force around towards top ladder. You can see the one covering off towards the windows, one towards main as well, and then up they go, one little jump at a time. Electronic realizing that Heaven could be a problem now, needs to take back some territory towards lobby. Simple's posted with this CZ75 on the boost boxes towards ramp, trying to make the most of what he can, but this one here should be over. It's hard to see how Na'Vi are able to find kills with this setup. Utility can be deployed from Heroic. You can see they're dealing with Squeaky Door. Perfecto not able to land a shot. And now the question becomes, do they just want to try and get exits? Do they want to make a real crack of this one based off the 2 flashes that Perfecto has? There's no right answer. Na'Vi are in a lot of trouble. They're in strife.
Gosh, and Nuke sometimes can feel so high octane, and this feels very concise. It feels very clear cut in a great deal of these rounds so far for me. I'm kind of surprised. Electronic, Flamey, and Perfecto. There's not much to be done here. Maybe make it costly if you can. Not going to get the first chance at it. Perfecto with the flash. Doesn't do anything. Flamey's already dead.
Yeah,
so hear him too.
Ooh.
Could be hunted here.
If you can avoid going down to an SMG, that's not bad. Save a bit of extra cash going on the board. So that's a win, all things considered there. As the loss bonus comes on through, the buy will follow. Simple has enough for an AWP and armor, but might want to go for the AUG. We've seen him be relatively proficient. Never mind, he'll get dropped the AWP. So lucky Simple, not having to worry about purchasing his own big green. Gets a gift. And he needs to make it work, because Na'Vi, if they're looking to close things up on their own map pick here of Nuke, they need to get started now, and the gun round should make things a little bit more interesting. So let's watch Stound's approach. Will he still play around that vent? Nade open. No smokes come on in just yet. It's not deep enough to give up the idea that somebody could be down the vent, because Simple is, in fact, in there with an AWP.
Of course he is.
Top hit.
Where else are you going to be? Simple, knife, vent, or sounds all but right. And if the T's aren't careful, they're going to be in a whole lot of trouble with him there. But looks like attention's being turned elsewhere, and Flamey just holds on.
Yeah, that's huge. Going down, though, it does open up ramp room. Simple's already stuck down to the vents, so he'll be able to commit to the lower side should they do. But at the moment, it seems like Lobby Lurk sticking around. The frag, though, just hoping to pull the CTs out of position, and it has. Boomich and Simple have both been forced into the site to respect that.
If you can keep Simple in limbo, you've already done a fantastic job, and that's what they've done. He's in the wrong place. We can see the
Look at Boomich, though. I think he's pushing ramp to call it clear.
That's a good call. We've seen Heroic in the past limp out through Squeaky or Hut with walks. Nobody's watching Heaven just yet, so this might... Oh, Boomich, you saw him.
Does now. Gets the frag, and it looks like Electronics wrapped this wall on it, put a bow on it, and Simple. Losing his AWP. Perhaps even losing his round. There's still 30 seconds. Perfecto and Boomich left to try and pick the pieces up. A dink straight through the vents, and he's gone. He's out of there. AWP recovery could be difficult. He flew past it, yeah.
Perfecto got it.
Perfecto grabbed one. Good, okay. So the CTs do maintain that. It was a huge investment. Perfecto dropping it out, and he recovers it again to drop it out again. Perfecto's only got 3.3, but with armor already, he can grab himself a FAMAS and some nades. Cadian, let's see this frag. So this was the shot onto Flamey just as he was trying to find some cover. Heading into our 20th. Second map, second game.
Wouldn't mind just bringing in some news here if this one starts a little bit slow. Daps, who stepped down from Genji, won't be playing tonight, has announced that there will be a new 5th for Genji going up against 100 Thieves this evening.
Ooh, so the announcement happens then, I guess?
Yeah, so I guess we'll wait and see who that is, who will be unveiled.
A new Genji player.
Wait, and this is... Sure. Okay, I hate to be the spoiler, but isn't it already locked in because of the
It'd have to be,
rules?
but Daps didn't say whom, so
okay.
I'm not sure who it is.
I see. We'll play nicely. SMG out.
Already on lower and no one's home.
FAMASes, yeah, this is... They're free and clear.
Oh,
Warup's loving
yeah.
it. Can chill where he is. Molly's in. Cadian's on the flank. Oh, freebie. Gorgeous. Now Perfecto's even in question now. He's got 2. You can't ask for any more. Yeah. What are you meant to do with these 2 now?
Nothing.
Save. All right, Heroic are looking geared to take this map. So good stuff from them to bounce back after overpass. Now all the pressure on Simple to hold on to the AWP. If he can't carry this, if he can't maintain his grip, and Tessa says no, it's going to be a very, very rough spot now for Na'Vi. They have the choice. Maybe just a little bit of a light upgrade, some pistols, maybe some armor behind this. Or they can go for a force buy. But here, Heroic are looking like they're in a position to take this one and take it quickly and cleanly. Exchanging each other's map picks today is on the cards. And speaking of cards, Down, having a bit of a shuffle. Keeping his hands busy.
Aww.
That's impressive. Good job, everyone. Teamwork, making the dream work.
So cute.
Love that.
Okay, well, looks like it will be the eco from Na'Vi as freeze time is trickling on down. Simple could invest a little bit, so could Electronic if they want to make this round slightly more potent. Boomich with the Zeus. We did see that over there on Overpass. If you missed us, he had a little bit of a surfy maneuver. Have some smokes. Deagle for Simple. Electronic, not going to buy anything, surprisingly. Maybe he'll have to drop the AWP for Simple in the further round. So let's get round 21 underway. And let's see if Na'Vi have anything to say, because so far Heroic are looking very, very good. I knew this was going to be a back and forth affair. After map number 1, it felt like it maybe was just going to be all one-way traffic for Na'Vi. But Heroic are making this interesting, and here we go. Here's the Zeus.
Oh.
No, we don't get the sound effect, unfortunately. Nico deals with Boomich, and towards the lower site they trundle. Or do they? True Heroic
boys.
fashion.
What was the song? I actually don't remember which
It was like Spider Pig.
Keep my got it, okay, I remember now. Yep. Tell my brain's really not in gear. But the Fakey boys are at it again. But the CTs haven't moved too much. Flamey's having a walk around. But other than that, everyone's kind of as they are. And your danger man will always be Simple. 9 kills. Quiet for him here.
Yeah, this might be his most quiet performance so far within the Pro League. I was reading out his kill distribution and just some of the crazy stat lines that he's had up until this point. But as I said, if you can keep Simple in limbo, if you can keep him moving around, oh, he's basically negated. And that's one of the things that they are doing well here today. It's not over just yet. Heroic will post 13, most likely, unless Simple does something wild. 2 kills is nice, but it's not enough to give Flamey the door ajar. And we wait.
Yeah. It's not quite the thriller I was hoping for, if I'm honest. It's a little bit of a shame that Na'Vi looks a little flat here, if I'm honest.
What do you reckon the X21 means? Anyone at home know? Write us.
Is it actually...
Send a letter. It might get here before the end of this game. It's down. Finishes things off, and here we go again. Round 22. There, that's right. Okay, so Electronic did buy the AWP and give it towards Simple. See if there's any bite in this one. Maybe something a little bit more aggressive from Na'Vi. That's how they could deal with this, continuing to lose. Heroic behind the smoke walls and different strategies. So a yard control could be one of the ways to operate here.
Chad, can we check in with Rush next time there's like a low buy round, maybe?
Sure.
Miss him. That's a little bit of flavor, you know? Simple, we need some of that flavor, some of that spice, something this guy can do. 11 kills. Maybe there was a moment, a glimmer of hope last round with that Deagle, but then it faded away, and that's what it's felt like this entire time. Bit of a fade away, but Simple gonna bring something back. Maybe spark something among this Na'Vi size. It just seems dreary. Molly comes in, here comes the hit. Good trade comes out, even if Electronic falls. Boomich is on it with Perfecto. Simple here, and everything's gone to plan. Shut down, move on, 4 stand for the CTs, 13-9.
Gosh, we might as well check in with you now, mate. What's going on in there?
Hello?
What's the temperature like in the production room?
It's pretty cool now. It was pretty warm earlier. This is a tough Nuke game, though. Jesus.
Why is it tough? Just slow?
It's slow and like all the fakey stuff, you know. Even Na'Vi were a bit, they were shifting around a lot. It was, everyone's everywhere, it seems. It's crazy.
A lot of the duels are happening simultaneously here, which is making life very difficult.
I love that.
You can't be in multiple places in one time,
Oh,
unfortunately,
I can definitely
Rush.
try.
Cross your eyes, cross your arms.
We put Simple up towards heaven with the AWP now, not back towards yard. Oh, okay.
Oh. Electronics just killed 2 of them through the smoke. Stown kind of had a plan, and it's just been taken from him because the bomb's now under CT control. He's just gone and got it.
He's so cheeky.
Balls on him. He's going to get the full plant now. There's no one really to stop it. Flamey is there, but chances are Stown still gets this one down. Fakes the plant.
Oh my God.
And walks away. That's one way to pull the rotate to the lower site. Imagine if he goes up the ladder now. Perfecto. Stown's going secret.
They're so cheeky.
They are. Nico's there to meet him. The escort will continue. Perfecto's the only one on that top site now. I kind of find that hard to believe. So CT vent, I mean, it is the perfect option. Electronics positioning himself to support top site. They're staring at him. Just as they look away, he has a look. This is crazy. Spots one. Knows it's coming. Flashes just to survive at this point.
Oh, dear. I'll get rid of him. Still here. Fire, flames, everything poured in. Still stands finally gone. But Nico coming in combination. That's big. But Simple, he's going through the smoke. He's not stopping. Simple just walking in. He's still operating. He's still trying this one out. Good God, that was close. Oh, my word. Why is he always a bloody danger? But Borb's found Flamey. So it's just Simple. And Simple, sadly, for once, isn't enough.
Okay, surely this is it now. How can Na'Vi continue to battle back?
I mean, they'll have enough of something. It might be a Mag 7 or something of that ilk for Boomich. But yeah, they turned that one around. And credit to Stown. I thought that double kill from Electronic was enough. But yeah, you can see what it ended up looking like. It was Nico's frag that kept them safe. Stown gets himself 3, and that's huge. Yeah, that's going to warrant a cheer or a micro fist raise.
I would hate to play the mid rounds on Heroic, like actually being on their team and
right.
just the way that they're all over the place all the time. It's insane.
Okay, back in we go. Ooh, they already cross? Pure confidence, it feels like. They've got Na'Vi by the throat now. Oh, start of the round, we're barely 30 seconds in, and Heroic are everywhere. Perfecto surrounded on all fronts. He's got nothing to do but die. This is 15 every day of the week.
What a T-side this has been. 5, 6, 7 rounds now for the T-side. Puts them on 15, and Na'Vi would have to have a spotless run. Unfortunately for them, though, they invested all their schmeckles, 2,900 loss bonus into the next round, which means you're going to have nothing.
Oh, no.
So the third map is Train.
Mm-hmm.
We've prepared ourselves for the potential for a third map here. Na'Vi unable to convert their map pick. It's always been a weird one with Na'Vi in terms of the map they pick, Chad. It's like Dust 2 for a while, and like no one can really pick Dust 2, and they're going for Nuke, and clearly it's certainly not like, you know, a flawless
I think
home turf.
they would have loved us 2 here today, but unfortunately that map was banned on out by Heroic. So unfortunately for them, it's having to pick between a map pool where Heroic are actually quite strong. You know,
Yeah.
We've seen Heroic on Mirage look pretty good. Na'Vi could have picked into that if they wanted. I think Nuke potentially thinking they could have exploited some tendencies or approaches. And for moments, remember the first half was very close. It looked like it could have happened, but now backs against the wall, pistols come out. It is the last-ditched attempt. This should be Heroic sealing the deal, and you can see the scores right now. Stown with an absolutely monstrous performance, 25 to his name, 19 for Tassus coming alive after a slower map 1. Cadian with 17, 15 for Borup, 12 for Nico. On the other side of things, we've got 16 for Perfecto, 15 for Boomich, 14 apiece for Electronic and Simple, and then Flamey there on 13. So even fragging on the Na'Vi side, they're just being handedly beaten. And I think that all of these mid-round little maneuvers, fakes, back and forth, it's difficult to keep up with. You heard from Rushley 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the best observer in the world. If he can't keep up with it, how are Na'Vi meant to? So is there any life left in Na'Vi? Scrape together this buy. It's a tough one. It's difficult to see how they get into it. And the reason, you know, it feels like it's low intensity is because once Heroic will burst into an area, they'll merely take control and then fall back. And Na'Vi can't strike or fight with low utility and low weaponry. They have to take advantage of the attacks. So they need to be hiding around in the smokes, making sure they don't get out of those choke points, not giving them too much room. But it's too late for that now. Only a nade and a flash left. Defuse kit in Simple's hands. It's going to have to be something special.
It is certainly going to have to be at least 2. Wow, that's 3. Flamey, he's not going quietly into the night. He wants to fight. Gets himself 3 very crucial frags in order to keep and extend this Na'Vi nuke. It's down, though. Never to be written out. Does continue to hang around his favorite door. Nico holding the push. I'd be ashamed to see Na'Vi push in, but tucking in, that's fine. Electronic confirms. Still access from that squeaky side of things. A smoke towards the vents. Trying to draw the CTs into their crosshairs. 25 seconds. Simple catches a glimpse. A little leg, a little cheeky ankle. Want to keep this spotless. They want to hoover up all of those rifles. Every heart beating on the Na'Vi jersey should be equipped with something better than a Desert Eagle by the end of this. Boomich has fallen. Electronic likely trading. And there we have it. So it will be 3 rifles, an AWP in fact preserved. Electronic grabs himself the AK-47 and Na'Vi have got 5 rounds without any margin for error. Flamey, it's rare to see something this successful in that quad area. Katie getting a flash assist. I don't think we're going to get too upset about that. Wow, I didn't realize we've got a henchman.
Arnie's on the scene.
Yeah, huge.
So what was really cool about what Heroic were trying to do there was to avoid exactly what you were painting, Alex, not letting them trying to pick up those guns. Unfortunately for them, they did go down. The guns can be scavenged, and the buy does look good on the Na'Vi side of things. But all it takes is 1. And Heroic have rounds to work with, and their approach so far has been fantastic. It's unlikely we see another triple kill coming out on the Na'Vi side of things in similar fashion to what Flamey just pulled off. They can just do these smokes toward the yard position, isolate some jewels, force out rotations once more. There's no reason for them to change things up. It's been working very, very well. It's close to Simple already.
Natus has made it ahead of the others, but Borb's fallen. Flamey keeps him safe as well. The bodyguard's here. No one gets to get that close to Simple. An assassination attempt thwarted as Stone has moved up to ramp room. Where has that bomb been lost? It is in the outside area. Yeah, tricky to recover. And Flamey aware of where these holes may be, even in the Na'Vi defense.
If you know you've left a gap, you have to just play really safe, and Flamey not doing exactly that. If Stown plays this gap, lets Flamey walk past and doesn't go for the kill, he can actually flank Simple.
Oh, he's behind enemy lines.
This could be huge.
I love this. Stown must remain calm, though. There's 1. So he's seen 2 players here. This could be quick. 1. Oh, before the call could even come through to Flamey, he was there for it, but this is now falling apart. Nicely handled in the end, but you could see them plan in motion.
Yeah, Flamey, the fact he hit that shot so quickly, that was pure reactions. He just heard the sound, Simple screams, and he quickly gets that revenge. Let's see that one again. This is Flamey's opener. Good catches from him. Quick turn and spray into Stown. Ooh.
It was a nice attempt, all things considered.
NT.
I think with what Flamey did there, just for people why Simple didn't move from that line when I called someone was close, Flamey knew he had to deal with that push. So they were well aware of what strategy Heroic were running with. And right now it's Heroic just down on the pistols. So potentially a pace change here. Might try something a little bit more explosive. They've thrown the secret wall smokes to feign control towards the lower, and then Cadian with the molly and 2 flashes might just be a top piece. Perfecto can't get blind here.
Here we go, turns it. 1, 2, 3. 3. Maybe even 4. I can count. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay.
Ooh. Jumping off the rafters with 1 HP. That's a
bit bold.
It's a man who with a plan.
Is on the edge.
He does. 4.3 on the low end for this T side. We had a full 30 rounds of play earlier in the day. See if they can match it here.
This just feels like a matter of time now.
It does. I mean, I'm afraid that's the assumption we're operating under. I'll Sure, Na'Vi would like to change our minds. Heroic, though, have impressed us, and this T side does just feel like it's a matter of time. Simple's going to be tested here. No, elevated angle, and he bides his time for the first. Can't jump to reposition. Cadian trading. And Flamey now conceding.
He has to give this up. He can't fight this. If he swings out, he'll be taken. There's multiple members now over towards ramp, backing Cadian up. Okay, well, they feigned full ramp control. That flash, the fact that he didn't peek off of it, it means that they could be anywhere, but Electronic is actually taking space back himself.
Whoa, you don't see this flank all too often, do you? Not at this pace. Not at the pace at 1 minute. Still on the clock. Look at this. He's turning his... He's going to have 2 backs turned. Maybe even 4. Hi, everyone.
Oh, it's everything you've ever wanted. Does die to Squeaky, but you... That's everything lining up. It becomes possible.
It's still doable right now for Heroic. They're going to get down the vent.
Boomich. He was there. He's been there the whole time. Excellent play from Boomich. And honestly, that flank here, the timing was unreal. To come around just as they were falling away from ramp, they sown that seed of doubt there as maybe they got a bit of ramp control. No. Electronic. That's why you want him in the server. Bit, we love you. Don't worry. Everyone was a big fan, but we appreciate this. 15-13 timeout called. This is a slog.
Yeah, so right now the loss bonus has ticked all the way up to 3,400 on the Heroic side of things. So they can go for a half investment right here as we got the Na'Vi fan cams coming on through. Lots of you at home, big fans of the Kings from the CIS. Now, I would like to see a partial buy from Heroic here. They can have those Tech 9s utility again. Kevlar for a couple of the players will make that 4. Cadian will be the only one not going with it, probably wanting to get an AWP up in the following round. So they do have 5 smokes in play. We could see a standard secret wall smoke, and they could just have all 5 of them Hail Mary and try and get down. That's not a terrible play. You're going to close the distance. You're going to close the gap. The pistols become more potent.
Certainly not. And of course, the other threat, if you were to go for something like that, is Electronic. It's simple at the moment, though.
All right, well, they have a couple across, and Stown gets punished by Boomich. Electronics on the scene.
I need to see something to make me believe this round has got any sort of threat to it. That flash isn't bad. It's a good stepping stone, isn't it? But everyone's here. Simple's down the ramp. We've got Flamey on the board. It's quick. They're having none of it. We're 1 away from 15-15. OT is feeling like it could be on the cards here. This could be a long affair between these two. Heroic wins it. We go all the way through this.
What's Cadian cooking up in his bag of tricks? Final round. You've just lost your last 5 attempts.
He's just gone the AK. Okay.
What's he got in store? What of Heroic planning to break this CT defense? And RV running with momentum. Heroic to take us to 3 here in regulation. Otherwise, overtime will be pulled out.
They're trying to test Flamey again over towards ramp.
Simple's there, though. Smoke, an incendiary, anything. There it is. He's thinking about it. He's flirting with the idea. And that will give him info. That forces Stown back, a little burn.
Oh, feel Electronics just swung on yard and heard lots of footsteps. This is getting very dicey. Simple's back in time.
He is. He's flashed off for now, but it's Flamey that needs something. More Simple does pull the trigger. 4 on 4 as they drop to the lower side. Boomich is there in time. Electronic could be caught out here. And in the meantime, it's Boomich. Spots both of them. Gets one. Good damage inflicted into Tessus. Cadian catches Simple outside. Bomb to be planted thanks to Tessus. Electronic and Perfecto aren't far away, and the fact that he's delayed this plant has enabled them to dig their heels in. Goodness, if Tessus was to plant here, if he makes a sound, if he confirms that the bomb is on that lower side. Oh, good shot. Electronic, the robot. Oh, and Borup's gone too. We're looking like overtime. Tessus, he is on that lower side. Perfecto towards Decon. 30 seconds. He wants to fight, and that's the sound cue they needed. Na'Vi. Wow, 6 rounds in a row on the defense, and it's time for a quick break. We'll get ready for overtime here on our second map.
got too much up on my plate, now I can't think. I said woke up, take a action, now I'm feeling this is it. Want the money, want the rest. I do purse, not no cess. They say, Donis, why you sad? I said, I just need to think. Red tape, got too close, I hate the city. Black face, show you everything you need till you fornicate it bad. Someone said it is sad, cause I used to want it bad. I know it's in my head, keep seeing you too many times, yeah. I know it's in my head, keep seeing you. I know it's in my head. Follow me around, okay, black face, hey. Follow me around, okay, got too much up on my. Follow me around, okay, black face, hey. Follow me around, okay, got too much up on my. Follow me around, okay, black face, hey. Follow me around, okay, got too much up on my. Follow me around, okay, black face, hey. Follow me around, okay, got too much up on my. Follow me around, okay, black face, hey. Follow me around, okay, got too much up on my. Follow me around, okay, black face, hey. Follow me around, okay, got too much up on my. On this day, I take my place in this legacy of dust. I ricochet all in your face, and it quenches my bloodlust.
We're heading into overtime, map 2. It's Nuke, and already seeing Na'Vi bolster their defenses towards the end. It was a spectacular start from Heroic. The Danes came to play on our second map. It was a 16-6 thrashing on our first. Perfecto toggling on his noose, and we're ready to get into what will be the first round of our second map's overtime. First to 19, we've got Spoonge, and of course, Pansy hanging out with my self machine.
My alarm's going off. I've got to water my plants.
You've got an alarm plant. Well, let me try again.
Plant
alarm.
Yeah, because I overwater.
Oh,
Dogs do.
you overhydrate them.
Yeah, I do. It's a real problem. Oh, this could be a problem for Heroic. Simple, though, pushing up. Cadian is underway.
Oh!
I can't believe it.
trouble.
I can't believe it.
He's got
Oh,
it.
God, there's no escape. Put out his misery by Nico, and then Electronic's gone. This is an absolute travesty of a start for Na'Vi, being tried to keep together by Boomich and Perfecto. But the pace from Heroic. God damn.
So that's the first round Heroic have posted in the last 7. There was 6 straight from Na'Vi to get us to overtime, and Heroic have come out of the gate swinging. Simple getting caught in no man's land, just waiting to see if he can line this shot up, not wanting to pull the trigger too early, and then having to dance back through the flames. There's no way out. There was no way out.
They completely isolated him on his attempt to go aggressive.
All right, well, back in we go. That was a quick one off the break, so let's see how they fare. Squeaky getting naded open. Cadian trying his kick, but he's going to cop a nade.
Double nades, yeah. Nico, Cadian, both down to 50. Now Flamey, he's going to drop his incendiary at the perfect time. It was an HE, so doesn't quite buy as much space as you would have hoped.
Flamey's in trouble.
Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble. Safe from the flash. Double flash. He's going to surely go down here. Yeah. Oh! Oh, what? They were lined up for Simple. He plucks them both from the air. A double peek. Oh, and a fast flick. Simple's furious. Nico's going to go down as well. He's on for the ace. Simple, absolute disrespect, slapping down a collateral, plucking them from the air and winning this round single-handedly.
Oh, you don't get to dance with the devil and not expect to get burnt. But now, 4 up. A 1v4. An ace is the only accepted form of currency here if he wants the round win. Bit of a tag to begin with. That's going to be a second. They go one by one. It all becomes a little bit more possible.
Not like this. This would be the perfect microcosm of Na'Vi. Simple's got 4. 4 up to clutch. But Perfecto saves us and saves Simple's hard work. Great. Yeah, give him the defuse. That one counts too. So he'll go and get the 16th. And both rounds have hinged off the back of
defuse.
Shutting him down. What are we waiting for?
AK-47. So
there we go.
Just making sure they have the biggest, baddest guns in the server possible. And the defuse will come through. Perfecto ends up taking that one. It doesn't matter. We're in overtime 16K. So now as we move into the last round of the first half of overtime, let's see who's going to take the lead. Simple's double. Flamey, very lucky.
Mid-air.
Very lucky.
He was supposed to be screwed. I don't know how he hits that. Still not really sure about that one. But yeah, Cadian.
You're just gonna, that's gonna be water off a duck's back. It's like, oh, yeah, it is simple after all.
It's okay, it's okay. All right, they're going outside now. Boomich, Electronic, both mixing it up with a different look. Electronic's been given the responsibility of outside. It'll be Simple normally who flashes for him, but no one's there this time around.
That double nade is indicative that they know Electronic likes to play up close and personal to that CT-sided smoke and look up towards the top of Silo. Lining up their own will be heroic now. This is an interesting position from Electronic. We want to keep eyes on him here. He'll be ahead of the smoke wall.
I see what you're saying.
Does he get the info for it?
Likely, one jiggle. He just has to choose when. Yep, there it is. Nothing close. It's not a safe call, but Simple has caught down. He was holding that broken, squeaky door.
It's huge.
And by finding that frag, it's indicative that they've returned to lobby. And so Ramp, Flamey's been a real pillar of consistency here. He is hearing the steps, and he'll confirm that information to his team. Perfecto. He's going to drop the flash, and Borup is going to check his corners. So now it gets intense. Boomich's spray, not quite good enough. The flash might delay. Cadian does convert. This is looking better for Heroic. A 4-on-3 at the moment, but the bomb will go down. Simple and Perfecto ascending or descending from the ramp. Electronic from Secret. Testis wants an information, and he gets more than he bargained for. He gets taken out of the picture.
It's 2 for Simple so far. Cadian on one, Borup on the other. You can see Cadian trained on this, chooses to go towards Simple. Probably the right choice, I'd say, at this point. But Perfecto gonna manage some good work here. Electronic's gonna play it back in. He's spotted out. That's great work. Perfecto now almost running low on time. Cadian's just buying it. Seconds now pass as he knows his chances have dwindled on this, but he has to go for it no matter what. There's the first and the second.
Hold it, drop the flash, do something. Oh, okay. That's the end of that. 17-16. It is going to be an advantage Heroic. And we're heading into that second half straight away. My goodness. This was Na'Vi's pick. We'll see how this one opens up. You can see this is a very important frag. Just catching Boomich out on the angle that Nico was holding.
As soon as I saw him coming down the stairs and I saw the doors, I was like, oh, jeez.
No.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, no. Jack, you remind me of the T side we saw from Na'Vi quite briefly, because honestly, it felt so long ago now. That
so they won the
kind of
pistol, they lost the force, and then they battled back with 3 in a row within the middle of the piece there, and that's when they were able to humble the Heroic economy. But once Heroic got their goodies out, they were actually able to string together a decent half. It was an 8-7 scoreline. So it was a back-and-forth affair, but it was scrappy rounds for both. Wasn't anything very clean.
Gosh, that's nerve-wracking. That was the bomb.
Oh, dear.
He was so ready to try and find the frag. Now the bomb's been spotted, and Perfecto didn't win that duel. He's been having a great game as well, by the way. And Stown's gone down on the aggression. Wow, this game keeps changing hands so many times.
Has Cadian got eye on the bomb at all? I guess he knows where it went down at some point, but Electronic could probably pick this up.
Yeah, the fact Perfecto killed Nico has made Cadian's job a lot more difficult.
Looks like he's trying to be proactive with it. He might even find Flamey for this. They're still maybe aware, but Cadian now nade to hand. That's going to catch 50 HP, but Warup's going to be called to go to lower. It's Cadian still considering, how do I put myself in the best position? And it feels like maybe the wrong choice, but had to make one either way.
Okay, they've left the bomb.
30 seconds, boys.
Allowing Electronic to pick that one up.
They're doing a heroic to heroic.
They're doing a fakey boy, and it's worked.
Fakey boys get fakey boyed. That's a rarity. Boomich is going to shoot up the vents now, and that will be the sound cue that they realize, oh dear, it's gone awry. He's burning himself down to a crisp.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself, Boomich.
Okay, he could have landed on the plant, so that would have been awkward. But we're all good in the hood now, and it's time for an after plant. Na'Vi in pursuit of their 17th. Fakey boying the very same. He's got the one-way smoke. Testis has got an incendiary. Electronic's going to be forced out into a flashbang here. They've got all the right util.
God, the headshots come through thick and fast.
Oh!
Goes
One
down.
way.
Here we go. Boomich can only do so much, but he has to do it all for them.
It's not planted for him.
For him.
Oh my God!
He can't do anything about it. It's all over, and tragedy strikes.
Over to Chad Birchall with more.
That was a great retake. Oh, I cannot believe how much they milked out of that one-way smoke.
Dude, the shot Testis got, you could see the vision from Perfecto was completely nullified. Damn, that's impressive stuff. And now, well, they're off for securing it. That's a bit of a heartbreaker for Na'Vi. Oh, and they're going for something a little bit quicker. At least the nades indicate that. Fast Molotovs all over the inner sight. Every weapon they desire for this fight.
Okay.
2 rounds required in simultaneous fashion from the T side if they want to take us to another OT, or heroic 5 kills to get that train locked in.
I won't lie, train is looking very, very likely right now.
Yep.
Heroic have mounted a very good defense.
Really, I mean, that retake, it wasn't even defense, that was assault. Going straight in from the top heaven position.
Okay, yard smokes, it will just be Electronic out here to sell this one. Nico poking his head up. He's on low HP over towards Secret, but has the AUG. And the fact that he hasn't seen anything means the rest of the players on Heroic can stay on high alert in their current positions. They've given up ramp, and Nico's actually searching. So Nico could be a problem late rounds.
Where do they take this ramp for now? First stop for the T side. Bombs there, all going through.
Oh, some missed nades. It's getting real dicey.
Sloppy. This feels sloppy, but it can still come together. Flamey going to play by door. This could be down towards
getting some
potentially.
space.
He's got room on this. Spotted by Borup and loses to Borup.
That's the vent rotation possible now. So Na'Vi, 25 seconds.
Look how set up they are.
Oh, there's no time, Alex. This should be a slaughter.
Now just simple. Pop flash, looking good, simple. Not going to go down without a fight, but he is going down. 19 to 16, Heroic take Nuke.